tonight's Senior Awards Night for the class of 2026. Before we begin the presentations, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who helped make this evening possible. I offer special thanks to the individuals and organizations that have sponsored these awards and scholarships. We are grateful. Our award presenters, Carol Spezzano and Colette Cronin, co-chairs of the awards ceremony. The senior class advisors, Ms. Allison Collins and Ms. Carly Eccles. Superintendent Beth McCoy, who is here with us this evening, who offers congratulations and best wishes to the members of the class of 2026. Members of the faculty and staff, parents, and special thanks to the members of the class of 2026 for your contributions to our school and to our community. As a community of learners, our goal is to inspire academic excellence and a commitment to personal and civic responsibility. We celebrate the accomplishments of the young men and women who have risen to that challenge. On behalf of the administration, the faculty, and staff, I congratulate our award recipients and all of the members of the class of 2026. Dear members of the class of 2026, as you prepare to leave Dover-Sherborn High School and establish the next portion of your life's journey, we would also like to be saying goodbye and offering our well wishes to the following educators who will be retiring from Dover-Sherborn High School. I would ask the following educators to please come forward after your name is called to receive a token of appreciation from the high school administration and department heads. Janet Chandler, our school nurse. Janet Chandler Janet has been with us for the past 6 years and guided us through the challenging times of COVID and beyond. Anita Lottie, an AP biology and chemistry teacher who has been with Dover-Sherborn for the past 15 years. Carol Spezzano, one of our guidance counselors who has been with Dover-Sherborn for the past 18 years. Karen Chevery, an advanced placement calculus, algebra, and geometry teacher who has been with us for the past 20 years. Beth Hecker, another one of our school guidance counselors who has been with Dover-Sherborn for the past 22 years. And finally, Tom Bork, an AP Government and History teacher who has been with Dover-Sherborn for the past 24 years. I ask for another round of applause for these outstanding educators. They have made DS a better place. Our first presenter this evening is Captain Nick Barber, who will present the Army ROTC Scholarship. Captain Barber.
Good evening. Being with you today is a distinct pleasure. I'm here to present our certificate to Ronan Sullivan, who was conditionally selected to receive an Army ROTC scholarship for Wake Forest University, providing full coverage for his college tuition and allowances for books and supplies. In total, this scholarship is worth nearly $216,000. Receiving this scholarship is a culmination of a process that began several years ago. Ronan demonstrated that he was an outstanding student, athlete, and leader. Ronan and his family should be extremely proud of this achievement, as this process was intensely competitive. But the really great thing about this scholarship is when Ronan graduates, he will have more to show for his college days than just a diploma. He will have the confidence, self-discipline, and leadership skills that come with having earned a commission as an Army officer after 4 years of challenging training. We are confident that he'll be an outstanding part of the ROTC team at Wake Forest and one day make an exceptional Army officer. Congratulations, Ronan.
I will now present the Andrew Chandler Blake Charitable Foundation Trust Scholarship. The Andrew Chandler Blake Charitable Foundation Trust Scholarship is in remembrance of Andrew. He was a warm, witty, and intelligent young man who struggled with life's challenges. When his older brother received the Headmaster's Award at Dover-Sherborn in 1995, Andrew commented that there would never be an award or a scholarship with his name on it. Yet here we are, 27 years after the first scholarship was awarded with his name on it. I am proud to announce this year's recipient, Isabella Morrill. The Ann and John Sorrigan Nursing Scholarship. Ann Sorrigan graduated from Boston City School of Nursing. She served in the Army Nurse Corps for 6 years. She received a BSN and an MED from Boston University. She taught maternal and child nursing at Mass General Hospital School of Nursing, Massasoit Community College, and was employed as in-staff development at Newton Wellesley Hospital. This award goes to a student that has been accepted into a nursing program at a state public college or university. The student must have at least a 3.0 GPA. We're proud to announce we have 2 recipients this year, Clara Lombard and Bridget Wires. The Chase Hyde Memorial Scholarship. Chase Hyde was a student at Dover-Sherborn High School from 2010 to 2014. During his time at DS, Chase was known for his love for life, willingness to put himself out there, his positive energy, and his compassion for fellow students. There was hardly a time that you caught him without a smile on his face, and there wasn't a person in the school that he hadn't given a high five to in the halls. He was a captain and a leader on sports teams, an eager music lover. He sang in the a cappella group, and he was an all-around socialite known for bringing people together. Chase continued to embrace this love for life even after DS while studying at Trinity College. He became a member of a fraternity, and he embodied what it meant to be part of a family, always displaying his positive energy, reaching out a helping hand, and above all else, loving every moment of life. The Chase Hyde Memorial Scholarship is an annual scholarship that is awarded to a student or a set of students who embody that spirit of Chase Hyde. It's my pleasure to announce this year's recipients, Ethan Fiore, Bridget Wires, Neil Tandon, and Raina Patel. Our next presenter is Social Studies Department Chair Keith Kaplan, who will present the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. Mr. Kaplan.
Each year, the Daughters of the American Revolution recognizes a senior who displays the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, patriotism, and good citizenship, both in school and in the larger community. This year's recipient, Matilda Akari, is committed to academic excellence. During her junior year, Matilda's position paper demonstrated a nuanced understanding of the geopolitical relations of the Middle East. Her paper effectively showed the depth of her understanding of American foreign policy regarding Beirut in the 1980s. Matilda thus clearly cares about her intellectual growth, but she might care even more about helping others. Whether it be participating in the 42-day-long volunteering marathon or completing over 150 hours of community service before the start of her senior year, Matilda continues to demonstrate an unparalleled commitment to helping others. Northeastern University will be lucky to have a student so committed to serving others. True, she has already been honored by a DAR ceremony, but please join me now in again congratulating this year's recipient, Matilda Akari.
Our next presenter is Mr. John Murray, who will present on behalf of the Dover American Legion Post 209 Scholarship. Mr. Murray.
Okay, I'm John Murray. I'm on the board at the American Legion. I want to thank Dover High School, the administration, the faculty, families and students for having us participate in this each year. It's a real treat for us to do this. Dover American Legion is proud to award scholarships to each year to graduating seniors pursuing higher education. It reflects the Legion's long-standing commitment to supporting young people in our community and investing in the next generation of leaders. The Legion was founded on principles of service, citizenship, leadership, and dedication to community, and those same qualities are reflected in the students we recognize. Our scholarship committee is always impressed by the caliber of the students who apply. This year, the Legion is especially pleased to recognize 12 scholarship recipients, the largest group of awardees in quite some time. It speaks to the strength of the applicant pool and the Legion's desire to support as many deserving students as possible. So I'm just going to read these out, and I'd like each recipient to come forward. I'm going to start with Elise Besada. Next is Bella Busi. Charlie Bunn. Must be related. Wes Bunn. Winston Bunn. I know this person, Tessa Carell. B. Hackett. Sebastian Hussar. Rachel Martin. Reed McStravick. Riley Nunn. And then last but not least, Kyle Wetjen. On behalf of the members of the Dover Legion, congratulations to all the recipients. We're honored to play a small role in supporting your future. We look forward to seeing you the impact you will make in your commitments. Thank you.
I now have the pleasure of presenting the Dover American Legion Auxiliary Education Award. The Student Educational Award is given to a Dover resident who is a child, grandchild, or great-grandchild of a veteran. The award is granted on the basis of scholarship, character, and need. We're proud to announce this year's recipient, Charles Hartnett. Now proud to announce Mr. Dan Murphy, who will present on behalf of the Dover Firefighters Relief Fund Scholarship. Mr. Murphy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dan Murphy. I am a firefighter EMT with the Dover Fire Department, and I have the honor of presenting 4 scholarships this evening for the Dover Firefighters Relief Association. The Dover Fire Department is a call service department that responds to all fire and medical related emergencies in the town of Dover. The department consists of over 60 men and women that volunteer their time to ensure the safety and well-being of all residents. Many, including myself, have found that this is a great way to give back to such a unique community. The Dover Firefighters Relief Association recognizes students that have a first-hand connection to the men and women who devote their time to the department. There are 3 of those related individuals this evening, as well as an annual community scholarship recipient. These scholarships are awarded to distinguished individuals who are pursuing higher education. Each of tonight's recipients has explained in an essay to our scholarship board about how they themselves have taken initiative in their lives to make a difference in their community. These 4 seniors have demonstrated leadership and community service, each in different but very commendable ways. The first recipient of the Dover Firefighters Relief Association Scholarship is my daughter, Alexa Murphy. The second recipient is also my daughter, her twin sister, Kira Murphy. The third recipient this evening is the son of firefighter EMT Petri Perrine and EMT Maria Perunin, Otto Perrine. The fourth Recipient of the annual community scholarship is Dover resident Neil Tandon. On behalf of the Dover Fire Department, I would like to congratulate the 4 scholarship recipients. We wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Our next presenter is Sheridan Miller, who will present on behalf of the Dover Foundation Scholarship.
I certainly will. Yeah, of course.
Good evening. Since 1947, the Dover Foundation has provided scholarships to Dover High School seniors. We are very proud of the 79 years without interruption, even during the COVID time. And tonight, we are very proud to recognize 11 students who have demonstrated academic excellence, community service, and just plain hard work. So tonight, I would like to have all of you come up and accept your awards. Matilda Ackery. And 3 gentlemen from the same family, Charles Bunn, Wes Bunn, and Winston Bunn. Iman El Halali. Sally Godfrey. B. Hackett. Elizabeth Wang. Adam Mateev. Sienna Petter. Olivia Wong. Congratulations to these young students for the work that they have done in the last 4 years. The Dover Foundation wishes you the very best going forward.
Our next presenter is Officer Katie Kolodacek, who will present on behalf of the Dover Police Association for the Dover Police Association Award. Officer Kolodacek.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Officer Kolodacek, and it's an honor to be here on behalf of the Dover Police Department to present our annual scholarship award. This scholarship reflects our commitment not to just public safety, but supporting the future of our community. Every year, our department is proud to be part of an event like the Dover Police Open House / Fire Open House and the COA Bingo Day. It's moments like these where we can connect with the residents, students, and families. These events remind us how important it is to build strong, lasting relationships with the people we serve. Each year, we have been inviting graduating seniors to apply for the scholarship and to share their stories about who they are, where they're going, and some of the things that they've overcome and hope to achieve. These applications and essays are evaluated by members of the Dover Police Association who chose a winner. Beatrice Hackett has not only impressed us with the academic achievements, but with a thoughtful essay and clear sense of purpose. It was evident that there are meaningful goals set and committed to working as hard like she did to reach them. It is with great pride that I present the 2026 Dover Police Department Scholarship Award to Beatrice Hackett.
I would now like to have Asema Khan come up to present on behalf of the Dover PTO scholarships.
Good evening. My name is Asema Khan, and I am the current Dover PTO president. This year, we had students submit an essay on the following prompt: Chickering school values learning, growth, kindness, and making a difference. Reflect on an experience in your school or community that helped shape who you are today. How did this experience influence your values, and how will it guide the way you make a difference in the future? This year, we have two recipients, Sally Godfrey and Karel Lomami.
Now my pleasure to ask Jen Doyle to come forward to present on behalf of the Dover-Sherborn Boosters Senior Scholarship Awards. Ms. Doyle.
Good evening. On behalf of the Dover-Sherborn Boosters, thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the incredible accomplishments of our students. The DS Boosters support student athletes and the programs that help them grow, not only as competitors, but also as leaders, teammates, and members of their community. Through the balance of academics, athletics, and teamwork, student athletes develop resilience, discipline, and strong character. Along the way, they build essential life skills such as leadership, time management, and perseverance. We are proud to play a small role in supporting these students as they take their next steps, and we look forward to seeing all they will accomplish in the future. This year, we were pleased to have a large and talented pool of applicants. Tonight, we recognize a group of seniors who have demonstrated athletic excellence, dedication, and character both on and off the field. It's my honor to present this year's scholarship recipients to 6 seniors, and we'll start with Nora Olson. Next is Abhi Sharma. Emma Lesko. Grace Mackis. Patrick Driscoll. And Leah Hills.
Our next presenter is Mr. Mike Klein, who will be presenting on behalf of the Dover-Sherborn Cable Television Robert DeFusco Memorial Award. Mr. Klein. And one of my favorite DSC TV people, Mr. Art Crandall, is also here as well.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you. Hello to all the amazing graduates out there, and hello to your parents, grandparents, brothers, and sisters. My name is Art Crandall, president of Dover-Sherborn Cable TV, and it is my privilege to be here tonight presenting our Robert J. DeFusco Award to the amazing student, who has done so much work within our organization. Bob DeFusco was imperative. He was the initiator of creating what we have today, and this award is so a tribute to his honor. I'm really happy to present it with Mike Klein, our station manager. Our organization, by the way, is the #1 rated cable station in Dover-Sherborn, so we got that. You've probably seen the Crandalls, both Cam and Brad, out there filming, and Elsa, filming Memorial Day observations, government meetings, the Chocolate Cafe, the school band and chorus concerts, many seasons sports games, both female and male, both of them, and even tonight is being filmed. Of course I say this because one thing I'm most proud of is that we film for posterity. We film, in many cases, stream live. So parents and Graham and Gramps can watch their grandchildren live, even if they are miles away, states away. And personally, on air, when I do the hockey with Brad, I love to do grandparent shout-outs. So anytime you see any of us filming sports, or any event, come up and say, hey, Gramps or Graham is watching, they're in Florida, or they're in New York, or someplace like that. It's really cool, you guys, don't forget, okay? Okay. So with all this activity, we're constantly looking for more activity. You know, we'd love to be doing tennis, we'd love to be doing golf. So we certainly would want more volunteers. So anybody who wants to volunteer, please come up after, anytime. It brings me to bringing up our station manager, who, you know, we both have been wanting to announce this winner, because he's just an amazing and done so much for so long for our organization. And I'm sure each and every one of you have seen him, whether it's at sports events or other events, and he's always announcing, he's intense. He's amazing. So Mike, can I turn it over to you, please?
This year's recipient of the Robert DeFusco Memorial Award began helping us back in the 6th grade and has been an invaluable part of our productions ever since. Despite a demanding schedule, he consistently volunteered his time both on camera and behind the scenes. Most notably, he became the voice of Dover-Sherborn athletics, announcing hundreds of sporting events over the past 6 years. What began with a Raiders soccer doubleheader at Gillette Stadium grew into a countless amount of broadcasts that earned praise not only from our local community, but viewers around the world. Beyond his talent, he has grown into a mature, generous, and kind-hearted young man. Lately, many people have come up to me and asked me, what are you going to do without him? Honestly, I don't know. The day I first met him, he told me he dreamt of attending Syracuse University's renowned broadcasting program. And several months ago, he called me to share the news that his dream has come true. While we all will miss him greatly, we are excited to see what comes next. It is my honor to present the Robert DeFusco Memorial Award to Sebastian Hussar.
Our next presenter is Father Bill Robinson, who will present the Dover-Sherborn Catholic Community Scholarship. Father Bill.
Good evening. Well, it's my honor and privilege to hand out and present this scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to 6 recipients, and these 6 recipients are a true embodiment of love of God, love of neighbor, and a visible sign of the holy. They have truly made a difference, not only in our parishes, but in the wider community. They've been that smiling face, that helping hand, and been there for those in need. And I, on behalf of our committee, have picked these 6 recipients, again, for all that they've done. So I'd like to call each up in turn and also say that we are immensely proud of you, and that even though you graduate, know that you always have a home here and that we are here for you. Patrick Driscoll. Claire Lombard. John McElroy. Reed McStravick. Nora Olson. And Tyler Wedgen.
Our next presenters are Ms. Kate Potter and Ms. Mila Clark, who present on behalf of the Dover-Sherborn Metco Scholarship.
Good evening. Just me tonight. Mila wasn't able to make it. I'm Kate Potter, one of the co-presidents of the Dover-Sherborn Metco Scholarship Fund. Our fund began in 2017 when a group of community members came together with the goal of supporting our Dover-Sherborn Metco students after graduation. An anonymous donor gave us $15,000 to start the fund. We are a 501c3 run and organized by a board of volunteers and funded by private donations, for which we are deeply grateful. Since 2017, we have grown the fund to over $150,000 and have given over 50 scholarships. In the last 4 years, we were able to expand our mission to support Dover-Sherborn Metco graduates who are in college or a post-high school program. This year, we voted to include Dover-Sherborn Metco students in grades 8 to 12 to apply for scholarships for academic programs outside of DS. Supporting our Metco students as they embark on the next steps of their education reinforces our commitment to them. Tonight's scholarships go to graduating seniors in the METCO program who have demonstrated leadership and community service and have shown a commitment to education in their Boston and Dover-Sherborn communities. We are so excited to watch you continue on your journey. This year, we are pleased to announce the following recipients of the Dover-Sherborn METCO Scholarship. Malachi Price, Darius King, Hamida Shatu Abdu, Rain Carter, and Jaden Gunn.
Our next presenter is our athletic director, Ms. Emily Sullivan, who will present the Dover-Sherborn Raider Athlete of the Year and the Dover-Sherborn Student Athlete Awards.
Thank you, and congratulations to our senior class. You guys all have had a great senior year, and we're so proud of all of you. First up, I would like to award the Female Raider Athlete of the Year of 2026, which is awarded to the outstanding senior female athlete who has demonstrated proficiency, dedication, leadership, and sportsmanship in the Raider tradition throughout 3 sports in their senior year. This student athlete is a 3-sport student athlete and captain in cross country, alpine ski, and lacrosse. She will also graduate having played a sport all 12 seasons of high school. She is an inclusive leader on the cross-country team, 4-time Mass Bay League All-Star and Globe All-Scholastic in Alpine Ski, and 3-time TBL All-Star in lacrosse. In her time on the lacrosse team, they have won a state championship, advanced onto the Sweet 16 twice, and is currently about to play the #1 ranked Cohasset team tomorrow night in the round of 8, after beating Dighton Rehoboth and Foxborough in the first 2 rounds. I asked her head girls lacrosse coach Erin Massimi about this student, and she said, "Every so often you get lucky enough to have a senior captain who really understands what the role is about. And Emma is exactly that kind of leader. She knows when it's her time to step up and lead, and she knows when it's time to take a step back and let her teammates take ownership of their team. That is maturity, that is leadership, and I am so glad our underclassmen had the opportunity to learn from her and watch the way she carried herself every day." Me personally, I have personally had the pleasure of getting to know her as an incredibly positive person, no matter the situation. She always sees the glass half full and is one of the most personable, articulate, and mature students that I've ever met. I'm excited to award the Female Raider Athlete of the Year to Emma Claire Lascal. Next, I would like to award the Male Raider Athlete of the Year award. This is awarded to the outstanding senior male athlete who has demonstrated proficiency, dedication, and leadership in sportsmanship in the Raider tradition in 3 sports their senior year. This student athlete is a 3-sport student athlete and captain in football, basketball, and baseball. And he will also graduate having played 12 seasons in high school. You can find him in the hallways or the stands of other people's games talking to anyone about the importance of public high school sports. In fact, he actually got up in front of the entire school this fall during the pep rally and campaigned about the importance of playing football at DS in hopes to improve the program numbers for next year. A truly selfless effort, as he will not personally benefit from doing this. He was a tremendous leader at quarterback on the football team who needed a high character leader at the forefront. And he is a tough, gritty player on the basketball court and baseball field. He always did what is best for the team and not himself. Head boys basketball coach Rick Grady stated, even at a young age, Ronan showed the characteristics of a future multi-sport captain. He connects effortlessly with his teammates and has always earned the respect of his coaches through the way he competes and carries himself. We all know him as a hard-working and committed working student athlete in all of his sports. And I have no doubt that will transpire as he heads off to the ROTC program at Wake Forest. It is a privilege to award our Male Raider Athlete of the Year to Ronan Sullivan. Next, I will award the Female Student Athlete Award of 2026. This is awarded to one female student athlete who has combined academic excellence along with a strong commitment to the Dover-Sherborn athletic program. This student athlete has played 10 seasons over her 4 years at DS, playing soccer for 2 years, swim and dive all 4 years, and lacrosse all 4 years. She was a 2-year captain on the swim team, and this year she's also a lacrosse captain. The two-sport TVL All-Star shows excellence in all she does, in the classroom, in her athletics, as a teammate, and as a classmate. You can find her running from Model UN to a swim meet, or from her lacrosse practice to a track meet to cheer on her teammates. She's really the epitome of a well-rounded student athlete at DS. Her swim coach, Carly Eccles, said, Nora fosters a culture of support and respect, holding herself to the highest of standards. She sacrificed her own individual race for the team in order for us to score more points, which ultimately helped us win the sectionals for the first time in school history. She was even sick at sectionals, but she fought through it and went above and beyond. To put it simply, I think Coach Eccles and all who know her would say this student athlete leads by example. She finds a way to make anything and everything she does work. And honestly, at times, I don't know how she does it all. Oftentimes, after I talk to her in the hallway, I find myself thinking, I hope she has some time for fun and relaxation in her life. I would like to congratulate our female Dover-Sherborn Student Athlete Award winner, Nora Olson. And lastly, I would like to award the Male Student Athlete of the Year Award of 2026. This is awarded to one male student athlete who has a combined academic excellence along with a strong commitment to the Dover-Sherborn athletic program. He is a two-sport student athlete and captain, competing on the indoor and outdoor track and field teams. On top of being one of our strongest sprinters, he also has his own photography and film business that will often be seen on the sidelines of all of our athletic events. He has strong character and is a dependable student athlete on both of his teams. His coach, Rob Mosier, said, Ben is the standard of what a student athlete should be. He displays full commitment to his team while also managing his academics and hobbies. He balances all his obligations and gives them his full attention when it's time to do so. He not only takes care of what he needs to do, but also helps others improve. When I think of this student athlete, I often think of him as an extension of the coaching staff. He is mature and wise beyond his years, and someone that his classmates can look to as an example of someone who has a strong moral compass that they can lean on and follow. He has helped shape the culture of our track programs to be competitive while also being extremely kind and inclusive. It is my honor to award our Male Dover-Sherborn Athlete Award to Ben Selvin.
I now have the pleasure of presenting the Elizabeth Kennedy Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented in memory of Elizabeth Kennedy, who was a beloved guidance counselor at Dover-Sherborn for many decades. Elizabeth always advocated for her students. To honor her legacy, the recipient must exemplify compassion, perseverance, and most of all, integrity. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's scholarship to Camille Boudreau. Our next presenters are Ms. Diane Green and Joey Talbert, who will present on behalf of the Friends of the Performing Arts.
Good evening. My name is Diane Green, and I am the president of Dover-Sherborn Friends of the Performing Arts.
And I'm Joey Talbert, the secretary of FOPA.
FOPA hosts the Jazz Brunch and the Chocolate Cafe to raise funds to support the performing arts throughout the Dover-Sherborn schools, starting with the Chickering and Pine Hill fifth grade bands on up through Dover-Sherborn's middle school and high school choral, drama, and instrumental programs. This past year, FOPA provided grants for workshops and master classes with musicians, including an a cappella group, transportation to the annual Great East Festival choral and band competition, a new timpani, desserts for receptions following the winter and spring choral and band concerts, and lots of pizza. In addition, FOPA is thrilled to be able to contribute to the transportation cost and provide funding for baseball tees for all middle school and high school performers for their upcoming performance of the Star Spangled Banner at the Red Sox game at Fenway, September 13th. Joey and I are here tonight because FOPA also awards a $300 scholarship to each Dover-Sherborn High School senior who has excelled in the performing arts during their high school career. We are honored to recognize, I think it may be a record, 24 deserving seniors tonight who have been actively involved in the performing arts and have made significant contributions to the performing arts programs during their time at Dover-Sherborn High School. They have distinguished themselves not only because of their scholarship in the performing arts, but also because each of them has been a leader of the respective performing arts group. They are truly talented and dedicated individuals, many of whom I've had the privilege of knowing and watching perform over the past 5 years. My hope is that they will continue to make music and theater part of their lives in college and beyond. Joey and I are honored to award this year's Performing Arts Scholarships.
The award recipients are chosen by Dover-Sherborn Performing Arts faculty. Neither FOPA nor the parents are involved in the selection process. FOPA just provides the funding for the scholarships. As the names of the award recipients are called, please come down to receive your award, and please remain standing until all the names are announced so we can get a group photo. Thanks. The Ricky Lombardo Theater Awards are given in honor of former Dover-Sherborn High School faculty member Ricky Lombardo, who directed the high school musicals for more than 30 years and was one of my favorite English teachers. These awards are presented to those seniors who have taken on leadership roles and/or made significant contributions to our theater productions during their time at Dover-Sherborn High School. I am pleased to announce the Lombardo Theater Award in recognition of achievement in stage crew and set production. And this is awarded to Antonis Alexopoulos. Sorry, Antonis. Is he here? Is he here? Z. Beauregard. Right there. And B. Hackett. I am pleased to announce the Lombardo Theater Award in recognition of achievement in dramatic theater is being presented to Jonah Brown, Ellie Huang, Rachel Martin, and Olivia Wong. I am pleased to announce the Lombardo Theater Award in recognition of achievement in musical theater goes to Freddie Corton, Sally Godfrey, Sebastian Hussar, Addison Kane, Elle Papp, Lexi Payton, Renee Poblenz, Bella Sawan, Layla Shanahan, and Kyle Wetchen.
Okay. Congratulations to all of you. We have some more awards. A minute. Okay, I am pleased to present the Vocal Performance and Leadership Award. This award is given to those seniors who have both excelled in vocal performance and taken on a leadership role in our choral and/or a cappella groups. In recognition of achievement in vocal performance and leadership, I am pleased to announce this year's award recipients. Arabella Clark, Isaac Lee, Alexa Murphy, Allison Sham, Sienna Pedler, and Harper Zatilny. Lastly, the Menino Scholarship Award honors Alfred Menino, a former instrumental music director at Dover-Sherborn High School, and is awarded to the senior musician who has made significant contributions to the music department through their attitude and participation in the concert band, jazz band, and/or musical stage productions. In recognition of her overall contributions to the music department, I am pleased to announce that this year's award recipient of the Menino Scholarship Award is Evie Ortiz. Congratulations to all of FOPA's scholarship recipients, and a heartfelt thanks to the entire Dover-Sherborn community for your support of Dover-Sherborn Friends of the Performing Arts. That makes all of these scholarships possible. Thank you, and if we can just kind of get together so we can take a photo, that would be great. It's a very large group.
Amanda, can you get everybody in from back there? All right, awesome. Scooch in. Here, just come on over this way. We'll make layers. We'll make layers.
Allison, you're in the front. Okay.
We'll make layers. Thank you. There you go. Is this ours? No. Do we get it? Yes. Awesome. Great job, you guys. We're going to miss you.
Our next presenter is Jeff Herman, the Fine and Performing Arts Department Chair for K-12, who will present the John Philip Sousa Band Award and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. Mr. Herman.
It is my honor and privilege to hand out these two awards in honor of band, which are also these very honorary awards in addition to the Menino Scholarship. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music, for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires. This John Philip Sousa Band Award is hereby presented to Benjamin Juot. And next is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, which is in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. This Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is presented to Seiji Ting.
Our next presenters are Tara Chase Helgeson, Maureen Haswell, and Sandra Burke, who will present on behalf of the Friends of the Sherborn Library Award.
Hello, everyone. The Friends of the Sherborn Library is a nonprofit group dedicated to fundraising for the library in order to provide programming, performers, speakers, museum passes, and student awards. The Friends of the Library Student Award was established nearly 4 decades ago. It goes to graduating Dover-Sherborn students who showed interest in librarianship and academic achievements.
The library relies heavily on our student aides, who are an integral part of our team. They are involved in the library's daily operations, from maintaining the physical collection, assisting patrons, and working on a variety of projects year-round. Most importantly, they help us make the library a welcoming place for everyone.
Library student aides who are reliable, diligent, and conscientious receive this award upon their graduation. Our current graduating seniors have been with us for the past few years during a period of great change for the library during our transition into our newly renovated space. Their positivity, flexibility, and hard work have been absolutely vital to our transition. This year, we have the absolute pleasure of recognizing Rachel Martin and Lila Sakiyama. Thank you for all that you've done for the library, and we're honored to congratulate you with this award.
We have one more. The Friends of the Sherborn Library introduced a new role this year, a high school liaison. This role is responsible for coming to our evening board meetings, learning about and participating in how our meetings run, and being a pipeline to the school to share information to the Friends and from the Friends. They're also encouraged to help out with any particular roles on the Friends that they are interested in learning more about. We have decided to extend our Friends of the Library Student Award to our high school liaisons who are creative, work hard, and make a noticeable change to the Friends. I have the pleasure of recognizing Maria Mersuli.
Our next presenter is Rhonda DeVillis, who will present on behalf of the Jordan DeVillis Fine and Performing Arts Scholarship. And Judy Miller will be joining her.
Hi, it's really bittersweet to be standing up here, but I'm thrilled that we were able to create the Jordan DeVillis Fine and Performing Arts Scholarship. The scholarship is going to keep my beautiful daughter's memory alive. Her name is Jordan, and she was in the Dover-Sherborn class of 220. And last year, on October 29th, she lost her battle with the illness of substance use disorder.
Jordan had a beautiful and loving soul, and her smile lit up the room. Creativity was Jordan's middle name. She excelled at visual arts, she had a beautiful singing voice, and she developed her natural talent for acting here at DS. Jordan, along with her brother Dylan, also found their DS home in the performing arts community, a community built on camaraderie and inclusivity. The goal of this scholarship is to encourage students to pursue or embrace the fine or performing arts and to appreciate the importance of community and inclusiveness in their endeavors. Do we have?
So,
Do you have it?
Yes, they should be. Yep.
Here they are.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you do the first one. You do, yeah, you do, just go this way. Do that one.
Okay, here's this. So, the first award, we had 5 essays, and I decided that for the first year, we'll give out 5 scholarships. And the first 2 recipients are Bella Swan and Caden McCoy. Caden, you got bigger.
The next recipient is Jonah Brown.
The next recipient is, I hope I'm saying it right, is Mirabella Bowsey. Congratulations. And last but not least, she's been up here a lot, Rachel Martin. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Do you need this?
Yeah, that's their essays.
Thank you. Our next presenter is our Assistant Principal, Timothy O'Mara, who will present on behalf of the Latterman Family Scholarship.
I think I'm loud enough without the mic, but thank you, Liam. The Latterman Family Scholarship is given in loving memory of Julian Latterman. Julian loved life and appreciated opportunities to learn in all he did. His ability to adapt to new situations and enjoy all of those he met along the way defined his character and his kindness. This scholarship is awarded to 2 students each year. The goal of the scholarship is to encourage awardees to continue to educate themselves about the world and people around them, seek opportunities to push themselves, and embrace challenges with a positive outlook on life. This year's recipients are Avery Hatfield and Caio dos Santos. The Middlesex Savings Charitable Foundation Scholarship is a scholarship for area high school seniors who have been committed to their studies and also active in their community. The Middlesex Savings Charitable Foundation awards several annual scholarships of $1,000 each to students who have significantly improved their academic performance and demonstrated perseverance in making changes in their lives and have had a positive impact on their future. Tonight's recipient is Karel Lomami. Stuck together here. The Norfolk County Teachers Association Book Award is presented to a student that has expressed an interest in pursuing a career in education. This year's recipient is Caroline Williams. Our next presenter is Jen Bingham on behalf of the Owen P. Bingham Scholarship.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to present the Owen P. Bingham Scholarship, and I am Jennifer Bingham. This scholarship is given in loving memory of my son, Owen, the Dover-Sherborn High School class of 2022. Every year, this scholarship has been awarded to a graduating senior who, like Owen, carried an unparalleled enthusiasm for Dover-Sherborn, the school, and this wonderful community. In our world of increasing polarization and intolerance, this individual strives to be a force for betterment and importantly exemplifies the kindness and inclusivity that Owen lived every day with everyone he touched. One of Owen's greatest gifts was how he made people feel. Above all, this young man interacts with the world from a place of humor and wholeheartedness. He was chosen by the school administration because his leadership made him a standout from the crowd for these past 4 years, and we know that he will continue to use all of his attributes to be an engaged citizen for the greatest good. This year, the Owen P. Bingham Scholarship is awarded to Patrick Driscoll.
Our next presenter is Juliet Bench, who will present on behalf of the Pine Hill CSA Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Juliet Bench, and I'm the co-president of the Pine Hill School Community School Association. We have awarded 2 scholarships to Pine Hill alumni who exemplify the Pine Hill Elementary School core values of respect and concern for others, personal responsibility, and excellence in learning. It is my pleasure to award these scholarships to Elise Basada and Reed McStravick.
Assistant Principal Timothy Ormara will now present on behalf of the Richard J. Wakely Memorial Scholarship.
The Richard J. Wakely Memorial Scholarship is provided through the generosity of an anonymous donor to celebrate the legacy of Richard J. Wakely, a beloved former guidance director and headmaster of Dover-Sherborn High School. It is presented to a graduating senior who possesses integrity and strong morals, and who has consistently worked hard. This year's recipient is probably one of the kindest people I have ever met, Sam Zagorianakis. The Roger Williams Boylan Scholarship, Memorial Scholarship, is awarded by the Boylan family to a student who has shown growth and achievement during their high school years and plans to pursue studies in the liberal arts. This year's recipient is Bowden Sweeney.
Our next presenter is Ms. Rebecca Salucci, who will present on behalf of the Sherborn Dollars for Scholars. Ms. Salucci.
Hi, good evening all. My name is Rebecca Salucci. I am actually a 1987 graduate of DS. Let's go! So, back in 2013, when my twins were here in middle school, I had the opportunity to join the board, and I happily said yes. And I continue to love being part of this completely volunteer-run board from our local Scholarship America, our national parent organization. The mission of this award program is to help defray the ever-increasing cost of the post-secondary education. And since 1965, Sherborn Dollars for Scholars has awarded scholarships to nearly 1,000 students, totaling to close to $1 million. Without the generous support of our donations from our community, this scholarship program could not have been sustained for more than a half century. And this year, we're happy to be awarding close to $50,000 this year alone, our largest yet. Each year, the Sherborn students are invited to apply, their applications are assigned a number, reviewed anonymously, and to ensure a fair and unbiased selection process. Consideration is given to several criteria, including first and foremost, financial need, as well as academic achievement, extracurricular involvement, essay responses. And every year, when I read these, we are all just amazed at how great your students are, and they all are. And on top of that, I would also like to mention that not only do we have the members of our community volunteer, but we also now have students who serve on our board. This gives them the opportunity to perform meaningful community service while also seeing firsthand how dedicating just a few hours can make a huge difference in many lives. And tonight, I kind of actually want to especially do a shout out to Reed McStravick, who joined our board in his sophomore year and has worked tirelessly to help us keep front and center up in the high school. He and the other student board members this year helped us not only get on the announcement schedule, but also on Instagram. Okay. Not good for here. So, thank you, Reed. Their efforts have made a huge and tremendous difference and with the number of applications that came in. All these efforts were a huge impact, and Reed, thanks so much. We really appreciate it. This year, we're proud to award 14 scholarships for the students this year. Please all come forward, kind of like the way FOPA did. I'm going to have you all stand up here, and then we're going to snap a photo afterwards. And if I mispronounce your name, excuse me, I'm sorry. So first and foremost, Reed Edson Henderson McStravick. That's for me, Mom. And your last official duty is to hand them out. As a board member. Okay, Grigori Abraman. Jonah Brown. Simon Chen. Ethan Fiore. Karel and Anik Lomani. Rachel Martin, Neve McMahon, Brasida Miranda Perez, Isabel Morel, Nora Olson, Renee Poblans, and Kyle Widgeon. You have to know them all. And I want you guys all to kind of squish together because there's like 14 of you. And then we're going to look right on up there. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Our next presenter is Officer Matt Mitchell, presenting on behalf of the Sherborn Police Association Scholarship. Officer Mitchell.
Good evening. I'm Matt Mitchell with the Sherborn Police Department. Congrats to all the graduates. You guys earned it. Your work's not done. Just ask your parents. So the Sherborn Police Association Scholarship, we look for a couple qualities in applicants. We try to kind of tie it into qualities that we like to see in police officers that we hire, or I like to see in people I work with. We would also like it to be for somebody that's looking to go into law enforcement after graduation. No one wants to be a cop anymore, so we kind of had to grow out with that. So basically what we're looking for is kids that demonstrate, some sort of integrity. Honesty is hugely important. But kind of the most important aspect of being a police officer that I feel, and when we vote on it as a union, demonstrated ability that a person can show to put other people above themselves. Okay. Our recipient this year demonstrated that. He worked with Project 351. Done work with Cradles to Crayons, Place to Turn, and also fundraised for Home Base Veterans Organization. He's kind of cleaned up tonight. Kyle Widgeon. Congrats to everybody. Thank you.
My pleasure to present the Thomas L. Marlborough Memorial Scholarship. Tom Marlborough was employed by Dover-Sherborn Regional High School, where he taught industrial arts and became the head football coach from 1966 to 1971. He performed a myriad of additional duties for the two towns, serving as summer director of the Dover Playground, coaching JV baseball, and working as the athletic director at DS. Mr. Marlborough went on to earn his master's degree in educational administration, which he received from Framingham State University. He then served as the assistant headmaster at the high school from 1971 to 1996. When he became an administrator, he was asked to relinquish his football coaching duties, and after 3 years, he came back to coach again from 1975 to 1978. His teams won 2 Tri-Valley League titles during his tenure as head coach, and he was an inaugural inductee into the Dover-Sherborn Hall of Fame. For those of you who are longtime DS alum, you also will remember him as The Rock. It is my great pleasure to present the Thomas L. Marlborough Memorial Scholarship to Layla Shanahan. We'll now move on to the academic awards. Our first presenter tonight is Ms. Gretchen Donahue, the English Department Chair, who will present this year's English Academic Award. Ms. Donahue.
Good evening. When English teachers dream of their ideal classroom, they imagine teaching students like this one who reads literature with the full depth of the human heart and writes with authenticity and insight. In fact, 3 different English teachers, without any discussion, use this exact phrase: a dream student for an English teacher. In an age where AI is swiftly trying to replace the human voice, it is refreshing to teach a student who values literacy and language as we do. She's determined to open her mind to absorb all the wonders of words. And like all English teachers, she loves, loves, loves books. She once described the act of engaging in literary analysis as both magical and amazingly satisfying. And speaking of amazing, one of our English teachers noted, "I simply have never had a better student. She is amazing beyond belief." Another English teacher noted, "She is truly a gifted, motivated student with excellent potential to become a serious, accomplished English major, or any major for that matter. She already thinks and writes better than many of them." Pretty impressive. Her essays were simply fantastic. It is not hyperbole to say that one day we may be teaching the works of this student in AP English. Her childhood memoir was more than a remembrance of youth. It was an existential musing on life. She wrote, "Pendulums are evidence of the Earth's rotation, stagnant but turning. You can't feel it, but with the coming of night and day, you know the planet is spinning. I know little about astronomy, but looking up at the revolution of the planets, I knew the motion of the universe, how things could change slowly in inching intervals, like the pinpricks of light that would creep across the night sky. The kids I used to play with moved away. The tree I used to climb was cut down. I rearranged the furniture in my bedroom. My mother bought a new car. My brother went to college. And the anchor in this change was the swing set, creaking lullabies like folk stories passed down through the changing seasons." Take that, AI. Okay. So needless to say, this student could easily walk around with an arrogant attitude. She instead is always genuine, forever unassuming, and unfailingly compassionate. She may be humble, but make no mistake, she has so much to be proud of. It is with great pleasure that our department presents this year's English Award to Beatrice B. Hackett. And now, Mr. Herman for Fine and Performing Arts.
I now have the privilege of giving out the Visual Art Award on behalf of our fabulous visual arts staff. This award going to Z Beauregard this evening. I could talk about all of the amazing things she has done in drama, which is how I know her well as a crew leader and incredible artist. But tonight, we're here to talk about the Visual Art Award and her aspects, so I have some words from those very teachers. The recipient of this Senior Visual Art Award is an inspired, inquisitive, hardworking, and empathetic student. Throughout her time in the district, she explored a wide range of studio art courses and spent time getting to know the faculty members in the visual arts department who fondly reflected on their time with her. As Mr. Buck said, from her first days in the high school art room as a 9th grader in my silkscreen printing course, this student eagerly integrated her own artwork into every assignment. Over the years, I've watched her grow in a deeply thoughtful artist, creating work that holds a mirror up to the world, reflecting how she sees it, while offering ways that it could be changed for the better. Ms. Blaze adds that her time in the foundation courses like 2D and 3D art was full of exploration and development. Sitting at the same table in both classes, but surrounded by different peers, she inspired other student artists and considered alternative approaches to representation and imagination. This student has mentioned that she doesn't speak up in many other DS settings beyond the art room. And although we want nothing more than for her passion and intelligence to radiate beyond our walls, we have felt incredibly lucky to witness her candid perspective, because in those moments, she is often yearning for a change in our community or the world at large. Miss Sunday said during her senior project, she dedicated time to working with our middle school art students, giving them perspective, support, and encouragement. She watched her take on the role of crew head and stage crew and work with personalities and diversity of all kinds to create cohesive and spectacular sets for our school's drama program. Her commitment to the arts is evident in her effort and focus when she is locked in and creating. This student once told Mrs. Wright, "The ability to make stories is what's interesting about art," a philosophy that is evident throughout her work. Inspired by nature, she creates paintings and drawings that go beyond representation to explore emotion, empathy, and the human experience. Whether working from observation or memory, she demonstrates exceptional technical skill while communicating ideas that are both personal and thought-provoking. She embraces creative challenges, engages deeply with every stage of the artistic process, and articulates her ideas with clarity and insight. Self-motivated, reflective, and mature, she contributes positively to the studio community and serves as a model for her peers. Above all, she possesses an innate drive to create art. That is a quality that cannot be taught. The art department is pleased to present this year's visual award to Z. Beauregard. I'm now happy to hand it off to the Individualized Studies Director, Jen Johnson.
Good evening. This student is a lifelong learner driven by curiosity. Rather than simply doing things for the sake of completion, she seeks to understand why things work, how ideas connect, and how they contribute to a greater purpose. This desire to know the why and how has extended beyond the classroom into her passions and interests. Most impressively, it has also fostered a growing understanding of herself as a learner and a person. Through self-discovery and self-advocacy, she has truly embodied the spirit of the Individualized Studies Award. Watching her take more chances, reflect on discomfort as an opportunity for growth, and lead her learning with a strong sense of integrity over the past 4 years has been nothing short of remarkable. Whatever field she chooses to pursue will be strengthened by her contributions, and we are excited to see all that lies ahead for her. Congratulations to Kira Murphy. Yeah, and now I'm happy to turn it over to Allison Collins for math.
Good evening. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present the Senior Mathematics Award to a student who excelled in every course she took, from Algebra 2 to Calculus and Statistics, and who participated in our school math team all 4 years. Mr. Bridger, who taught her calculus, commented, "She is a very clever, meticulous, thoughtful, and creative student. She loves to take on challenges, and her exceptional understanding of mathematical fundamentals enables her to see deeply into sophisticated theory and find solutions to difficult problems in unconventional ways. Her love of mathematics is evident and inspires those around her." Her math team advisor, Mr. Amber, mentioned her fascination for numbers and logic and included that she was an amazing performer and leader on the team. She challenged others to think outside the box, and her passion for problem solving was at times contagious. Mr. Ryan, her statistics teacher, said where others might see a daunting wall of graphs, p-values, and theory, this student sees an invitation. She doesn't just welcome challenges, she actively pursues them. I had this student in her 9th grade year. And even though it was early in her math career at the high school, I noticed that she would look at a problem and find a solution in an elegant way. Since by and large she found the math we did that year to be easy, she would often include a drawing for me when she had extra time at the end of an exam. Can you imagine? For me, it was a good reminder that math isn't just about following rules. It's an art form. My favorite drawing was of this beautiful sloth. All right. I hope she continues to pursue math and find the joy in deriving solutions to beautiful problems. Please join me in congratulating our Math Award recipient, Saming Chen. And now I would like to introduce Akita Kapoor for the Multilingual Learner Award.
Good evening. The Multilingual Academic Achievement Award honors a student who has demonstrated outstanding academic growth while also acquiring English as an additional language, and also continuing to develop and value their home languages. This award celebrates the unique strengths, determination, and achievements of multilingual learners. In education, we often talk about the growth mindset. Every once in a while, in a teacher's career, a student comes along who reminds us of why we believe in that. Briseida Miranda Perez is such a student. When Briseida arrived at Dover-Sherborn High School, she was learning English while adapting to a new school, a new culture, and new academic expectations. Her first language is Mam, a Mayan language from Guatemala, and she also spoke Spanish. What she brought with her, however, was something incredibly more powerful, a deep desire to learn. Over the past 4 years, Briseida has amazed her teachers with her growth, determination, and resilience. As a sophomore, she earned the Biology Award for her commitment to learning and growth in scientific thinking. One of her science teachers wrote, "You came to school every day ready to learn by listening, observing, and strengthening your understanding of the complex living world, all while learning a new language." This was Briseida's first ever science class in her life. Another teacher described her in 3 words that capture her perfectly: dignity, positivity, and perseverance. As a junior, Briseida won the History Award in her class for her commitment to understanding the story of our country, of our rights and freedoms. This was Briseida's first ever history class. What I will remember about Briseida is that she was never actually satisfied with simply getting a good grade. I know that's what we all want. We want that, a lot of students want that A. But for Briseida, it wasn't that. She would actually come to me, even if she got a great grade, and said, I need to know why this question, why this is wrong. That was especially true in chemistry. She wanted to know why. Learning for Briseda was never just about a score, it was about real understanding. If something didn't make sense one day, she came back the next day to try again. And that's what she did in math. In 4 years, she made up almost 6 years of math. Long after grades and tests and assignments are forgotten, Briseda, I hope you remember how proud all of your teachers are. Your English teachers, your science teachers, your history teachers, your art teachers, everyone at Dover-Sherborn. You have inspired all of us. Watching your growth has been one of the greatest joys of our teaching career. Congratulations, Briseda. Please come forward to accept the Multilingual Academic Achievement Award.
Good evening. I'm Chris Lavassa, the Science Department Chair, and it's my pleasure tonight to present 3 awards on behalf of the Science Department: the Biology Award, the Chemistry Award, and the Physics Award. The recipient of this year's Biology Award is a student who asks thoughtful questions and is driven by a genuine curiosity about the world around him. His excitement for understanding the natural world, combined with his constant desire to learn more, makes him an exceptional student and a true scientist at heart. I'm proud to present this year's Biology Award to Charlie Bunn. Congratulations, Charlie. This year, one student has distinguished himself in both chemistry and physics through his exceptional intellect, curiosity, and dedication to learning. I had the pleasure of teaching him in AP Chemistry, where he consistently stood out for his ability to think critically, connect complex ideas, and pursue deeper understanding beyond the scope of the class. In physics, he approached both experimental challenges and theoretical problems with creativity and insight. Beyond his academic accomplishments, he's a thoughtful and humble leader who earns the respect of both teachers and classmates through his kindness, maturity, and positive attitude. His passion for science extends well beyond the classroom through both research and leadership in Science Olympiad. He brings enthusiasm, integrity, and a genuine love of learning to everything he does. I'm proud to present this year's Chemistry and Physics Awards to Seiji Tang. Unfortunately, Seiji couldn't be here tonight, but we're proud to recognize his achievements. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Keith Kaplan, the Social Studies Department Chair.
Well, we're about to present the award, but not by me. I'm deferring to Mr. Bork for 2 reasons. 1, he asked for it. 2, he is retiring.
Good evening, folks. Yes, I am retiring. I had the pleasure of teaching 98 members of the senior class this year in AP Government. So it's an honor and a privilege to be up here to present this award. So this year's Social Studies Award is being awarded to a student who has excelled in all 4 years of history and government courses. Even as a freshman, he was clearly an exceptionally bright student with a curious and analytical mind. It is no surprise that his passion for learning and natural inquisitiveness have both grown stronger. As a sophomore, he was a classroom leader. He asked insightful, critical questions and led by example. He received the History Award for his work in World History II honors. And as a junior in AP US History, he stood out as able to collaborate with others and he was willing to take part in class discussions without dominating. This was evident even in a class on difficult topics, including constitutional debates. This was also evident when he began his involvement with the Model UN program. As a senior, he was an outstanding AP government student who consistently took on major roles with distinction in election campaigns, committee simulations, and mock Supreme Court cases. His leadership and talent extended well beyond the classroom as a captain of the mock trial team. As the advisor, I can say with certainty that our team would not have reached new heights or advanced to the state final without his leadership, determination, and organizational skills that he displayed throughout the season. He embraced multiple responsibilities, including becoming only the second person in team history to deliver both a fully memorized opening statement and closing argument. And for those of you that don't know how difficult that is, it is a 5-minute, no notes opener and a 7-minute close. And as we moved on in the competition, they were opposite arguments in the same case. And on a coin toss, you had to be ready to do either one and immediately just jump right in. So it was extremely difficult, and only one other person has done that in our school's history. Outside of our school, he has also remained active as a leader in a number of civic organizations, including Project 351, attending events and mentoring younger students in civic engagement projects. Please join me in congratulating this year's Social Studies Award recipient, Kyle Wetchen.
Mr. Grout, our Technology and Engineering Department Chair, will now present Computer Science and Industrial Technology Awards.
Good evening. This year's Computer Science Award is presented to a student whose commitment to computer science has been clear throughout her 4 years at Dover-Sherborn. From her freshman year in computer programming, she showed a strong curiosity for coding, for problem solving, and understanding how things work. As a sophomore in AP Computer Science Principles, she continued to stand out through her creativity, work ethic, and confidence with challenging concepts. In AP Computer Science A, she became someone her classmates could count on for collaboration and support. Each day, she would engage in thoughtful conversation about syntax, about program design, and system improvements, while also creating a community for the class through custom stickers inspired by the class's motto, "Alone we brick, together we wall." One of her most impressive contributions was her work for the Teachers' Professional Development Day this past December. Working with the assistant superintendent, she used her coding skills to help manage teacher signups and coordinate a full workshop schedule for that day. She worked beyond the normal school hours to ensure the system ran smoothly and accurately. This award is not just about her ability as a programmer, it's about her curiosity, her persistence, her collaboration, and her willingness to use computer science to solve real problems for others. This year's Computer Science Award is presented to Siming Chen. Golden Hammer Award. This year's Golden Hammer Award is presented to a student whose dedication to craftsmanship has gone far beyond the requirements of the engineering and industrial technology courses. For 3 years, this student would use his free periods almost daily to work in the shop, pushing his projects to a level most students would never attempt. As a sophomore, he built what I estimate was a 7-foot-long dining room table, complete with an epoxy river pour down the middle. As a junior, he challenged himself by building a table with cabriole legs, shaping each one by hand using traditional woodworking tools. Making 4 identical legs with this technique is incredibly difficult. He approached the process with patience, precision, and pride. As a senior, he continued to raise the bar. In industrial technology, he built a chessboard and hand-turned every playing piece on a lathe. In engineering, he designed and built one of the top scale model decks in the class. He also became an important part of our flight arcade project, helping to design the cockpit, the location of the seat, and the flight controls. His real-world experience as a pilot gave him a unique perspective that helped the final design be more realistic and functional. This award, again, is not just about the impressive projects that he's completed, it's about the patience, the problem solving, and the craftsmanship he brought to every piece he made. This year's Golden Hammer Award is presented to Adam Matif. It's now my pleasure to present Ms. Laura McGovern with the Wellness Awards.
According to C.S. Lewis, humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Why quote C.S. Lewis, you ask? A question posed in a freshman health assignment. Name 3 people who influence you. The answer? 3 people who influence me are my father, my mother, and C.S. Lewis. When thinking about our Wellness Award, the department focuses primarily on character and curiosity. This student was always curious and engaged, asking thoughtful questions, seeking to deepen their understanding in any elective that they worked with. They brought positive energy, participating fully, encouraged others, and showed respect and sportsmanship in every activity they encountered. Their authentic kindness, inquisitive nature, and commitment to personal growth made them a role model for their peers and a standout member of the school community. This year's Wellness Award recipient is Charlie Bunn. I'm now going to introduce Mr. Jeff Ferris, the World Language Department Chair.
Good evening. Each year, the World Language Department gives an award to the top student in each of the 4 languages offered at Dover-Sherborn High School. Chinese. I asked each of the teachers that have had these students in all the languages to give a description of why they believe this person should receive this award. So for Chinese. This student has demonstrated outstanding dedication and excellence throughout all 4 years of Chinese study. Their consistent hard work, quiet determination, and commitment to learning have set a remarkable example for others. True excellence is not only found in moments of recognition, but in the discipline to show up, grow steadily, and give one's best year after year. This student represents that kind of excellence with grace and humility. It is with great pride that we recognize the following student for their academic achievement and unwavering commitment to the study of Chinese language and culture. This year's award for Chinese goes to Alyssa Sin. For French, I asked Ms. Waterman and Ms. Uniac. Ms. Waterman had this student in grades 9 and 10, and Ms. Uniac in grades 11 and 12. This is a summary of their thoughts about the student. As a language learner, this student has a thoughtful approach to everything. always striving to choose just the right word to communicate their message, paying close attention to feedback and how to apply it to improve, and considering all perspectives in any given situation. Their writing is beautiful and shows a real talent with words. Their French accent is wonderful and shows attention to detail. They are endlessly curious about French and how it is spoken around the world, and they make perceptive connections to other countries and cultures. They are supportive and encouraging of their peers in a way that truly brings out the best in fellow classmates when those classmates speak French and participate in genuine conversation. This student is kind and humble and truly a pleasure to teach. This year's award for French goes to Anik Lamami. For Latin and Spanish, I thought, I should reach back to the middle school teachers and see what they had to say about these students. So for Latin, Ms. Glenn said the following about this student. This student's virtuosity in Latin was evident from the beginning. By 8th grade, this student was composing letters as Cicero in Latin that rivaled those of Cicero himself. Best of all, this student has been a loyal and valued tutor in my middle school Latin lab, helping scores of struggling students improve their skills. This student's kindness and clarity made students feel safe and capable. I will miss this student terribly. Mr. Waterman, who had this student in high school, said the following. The recipient of this year's Latin Award has shown unrivaled dedication to learning the language. The diligence that this student displayed in learning exceeds that of any other Latin student that their instructor has taught at DS. That's Mr. Waterman's way of saying best student he's never had. This student is a true Latin scholar, with the perfect combination of natural talent with language, unflagging discipline, and relentless curiosity. This year's award for Latin goes to Siming Chen. And finally, for Spanish, the last 3 years, we've had students who went through the elementary program. So I thought, let me reach out to Senora Romer and see what she has to say, see if she had this student. To which she replied, yes, I had this student in K through 5 and 6th grade and 7th grade. So these are Ms. Romer's thoughts. Always positive and wearing a smile, this student showed that you don't have to be the loudest person in the room to make a difference. Even though this student was often quiet and a bit introverted, this student always seemed to know exactly what to say at just the right moment. This student's great sense of humor, quick wit, and unexpected one-liners could brighten anyone's day and bring laughter to the room. This student has a special way of making people feel comfortable, and this student's positive presence will be truly missed. When I read what Ms. Romer wrote, I said, well, I also had the student in 11th grade. I don't have to say anything else. Feel exactly the same way. Mr. Esterbrook, who had the student in 9th and 10th grade, said the following. This student is an amazingly talented student. On every assessment given, this student would display an impressive mastery of the Spanish language. The student's attention to the finer details of the language is impressive. In addition to being a brilliant student, this student is just an all-around wonderful young person with a great sense of humor. It's interesting how we all have the same experiences. One of my favorite memories is when this student wore a wig to play the role of Raquel when they recreated scenes from Destinos. This student is truly one of the best students I've ever had in my 26 years of teaching. This is Mr. Estabrook. The world needs more people like this student. This year's award for Spanish goes to Seiji Ting. Okay. Seal by literacy. What's that? Seal by literacy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the seal by literacy. In a nutshell, what is the seal by literacy? It's not an award for classes taken at DS or grades. It is a nationwide movement that started about 10 years ago or so to recognize the importance of learning another language in addition to your native language. Why is that important? Well, knowing someone else's language and speaking to them, and them knowing that this is not your first language, puts you on their level and shows that you value who they are. And that's extremely important. The recipients for the Seal by Literacy this year have a wide range of languages. So they could be languages not taught at DS. These students learned these languages and went to school on weekends and so on in order to become what is considered proficient. They're not native-like yet, they're not completely fluent, but they can communicate with any native speaker in this language. And so they are the following. Antonis Alexopoulos for English and Greek. Grigory Abramian, English and Russian. Grigory was also my student in Spanish last year. He's an excellent Spanish student as well. For English and Latin, Siming Chen. So just a quick story. One of the major tests that they take, this is about a 3 to 4, it's about a 4-hour test, all in the language, testing all 4 language skills. The major one that we administer at DS is called the APPL test, AAPPL. And these 2 students, one for French and one for Spanish, took the test for the 4 hours and got the results a couple of weeks later. And there's 4 categories: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. In one of the categories, they were just a little bit below. They have to get a certain score in each of the 4 categories. So they had to come back and redo that part. Now, it's not the same questions, it's the same format. So on their own, they came back to do that, and each of them were able to get that score. So they both will receive the Seal of Biliteracy. For Spanish and English and Spanish, Bridget Wires, and for English and French, Lucas Olmsted. And now, second to last category, we have a student who is, I guess you call it the seal of triliteracy. So when students can take the AP language exam in French or Spanish and Latin, and if they get a 4 or 5 on the exam, they can get the seal of biliteracy, but it's awarded retroactively because they take it in May, they graduate, they get it in July. So we do award it retroactively. But this student, because of her background, took AP Spanish last year and got a 5. And then also studies French and is in AP French this year, but may or may not get that 4 or 5, but came in to take the Apple test with the other students and got the scores. So this student will receive the seal of, I guess, biliteracy, triliteracy, what do we call it, in English and Spanish and French, and that is Emma Stern. And the last category is students who their native language is not English, their native language is Chinese. They came to this country knowing not a lot of English, and while having to learn biology and history and so on and so forth, also had to improve their language of a level of English to the level that is required of the other students as well. And so there are 3 of them. Jinghao or Das Pang, Ding Wenqi, and Marissa Hay. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. I'm back to Mr. Smith.
It's my pleasure now to present the National Merit Scholarship Program Certificate of Merit. This Certificate of Merit is awarded to a student who has advanced to finalist standing in the National Merit Scholarship Program by demonstrating through distinguished performance high potential for future academic accomplishment. It's my pleasure to present this to Alexander Mraz. I have the pleasure of presenting the last 2 awards of the evening. Each year, I choose students from the senior class who exemplify true leadership. They put themselves ahead of others, they listen to the wishes of their peers, and they follow through with perseverance and determination on their projects and plans in order to support the entire student body at Dover-Sherborn High School. This Principal's Award is presented to students who have demonstrated outstanding leadership during their entire high school career. I am delighted and honored to present this year's awards to Charlie Bunn and Emma Claire Luskow. Once again, I offer a sincere thanks to all of those who have made this evening possible. All of our presenters, community people. Dover-Sherborn is an amazing community, and I hope that the class of 2026 realizes how fortunate you are to be in such wonderful communities. I offer a final round of applause for all the members of the class of 2026 and for those seniors who were recognized this evening. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. You have been an absolute pleasure to get to know, and you have been great role models for all of our underclassmen. On behalf of Dover-Sherborn High School, I wish you every success in all of your future endeavors, and I look forward to celebrating with you Thursday evening at 6 o'clock on the Norris Earl Field. Congratulations.